A very good morning to you. It is the 10th of May, 2020, and this is your friend Angus Buchan with a thought for the day. Today is a very special day. Today is Mother's Day, and I really want to thank God for all the mothers who so often get overlooked. Dads get mentioned often, but not the mothers. If we go to the Gospel of John, chapter 19, and verse 27, we see that Jesus said to John, "Behold your mother." And from that hour, the disciple took her to his home. Jesus was hanging on the cross. He was in absolute pain. He was shattered physically. They say the worst type of death possible. And yet he could still be concerned about his mother. I want to encourage you, young men and older men, phone your mom today. Tell her you love her. You say we're in lockdown, we can't get there, but you can phone her. You can message her. And if you can't get to her, spoil her today. Mothers are so very, very precious in the sight of God. You know, I remember that mighty revivalist, John Wesley. He said of his mother, Susanna, "She made more impact and influenced my life more than all of the great theologians of that time, Count Zinzendorf, John Calvin, etc. My mother." By the way, his father was a minister, and yet Susanna influenced him more than anyone else. I really want to encourage you today to spend time with mom. They say that John Wesley was one of 18 children. They lived in a small little house because his dad was a padre, and mom would sit in front of the fire in the morning. And when it was her time to speak with Jesus, she would take her apron and throw it over her head because she could go nowhere else. And all the children knew that mom was speaking to God, and there was absolute silence in the home. What a woman. I want to tell you that my mother, who went to be with the Lord many, many years ago, and I had the privilege of leading her to Christ. It was one of the highlights of my 41 years of ministry. An old Scottish lady who had a heart of gold. When I was a young boy, I battled a lot with my chest. I got a lot of bronchitis and asthma. And sometimes I would be struggling in the middle of the night. But my dear old mom would be sitting by my bed, rubbing my chest with Vicks, giving me a hot toddy to drink, and telling me that she loved me. I cannot wait to see my mom in heaven one day. I would give $1 million just to be able to have a cup of tea with that old Scottish lassie. And I want to encourage you today, even as Jesus said to John, "Behold my mother, take her home and look after her in the midst of his most pressing time of his walk here on earth." That is how much mothers mean to God. What would we do without our mothers? So God bless you, mothers. We love you, and we cherish you, and we thank God for you, and just for the attributes he's given to you that he hasn't given to any men. Without you, we couldn't make it. Remember, the mother is the heart of the home. God bless you today as you spoil mom. Goodbye.